know what's hiding in your business's data? Companies of all sizes use BigQuery to uncover new insights from their data, like cost savings, operational efficiencies, and new ways to grow revenue. BigQuery is Google Cloud's serverless, highly
Register for free. Choose from over 200,000 vehicles online. Get your car straight from the USA and Canada. Financing is available.
7th of November 2024. So listening to the word L1. L for Lagos and the one police phone number 091 6466 0000. Let me have number again 091 6466 0000. Let me have number again 091 6466 0000. And you want to register for the second day, which is Friday, the 8th of November 2024. Can I say the word L2? L for Lagos. Number 2 to the same phone number 091 6466 0000. Let me have the number again 091 6466 0000. Let me have the number again 091 6466 0000. Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Get sound financial knowledge. It's one of the keys to staying afloat in hard times. Thank you very much, Michael Akinwale, for coming on the program today.
Thank you so much, Leko. Beautiful time to be here.
Down South Don. Yeah, the boss. Gang, what up?
The best songs, the baddest artists, always on rotation, every time, right here. On Top Radio 90.9 FM. The fun never stops.
Top Radio 90.9. Feeling ourselves, loving our people, putting out the best.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Yes, we are back. This is the sound of the police. It's not a Friday, it's a Wednesday. It's the Investment Police special edition with Sam Orija. It's special because we have someone special in the building. Sam, welcome back. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm great.
You look excited.
I'm very excited. Today is a very special occasion. I put out a tweet, said something special, something unforgettable. That's what it is today. When trying to put this program together, I had to actually go meet Doctor in Port Harcourt, and we looked at the schedule. There's no free Friday. It's probably 2026 or so, so we had to adjust to his schedule. And on this special occasion of the Investment Police, we're starting the Investors Corner Radio Edition. We want to show you what we have been enjoying in the meeting rooms that we have been having, and a whole lineup of speakers all through the month of November and December. And to open it up, who else than the icon himself, my mentor, my grand mentor, my spiritual father also, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, CEO, Common Sense Group. Welcome, Doctor.
Yes, sir.
Live. A lot of people. A lot of people were like, "Are you going to call into the show?" I said, "No, Doctor is coming live." So we are live on YouTube. You can watch us, Sam Orija on YouTube. Doctor, welcome to the show. It's a huge privilege to have you here, sir.
Yeah, thanks, son. I'm here.
Thank you so much. Before we go into this results, I just want you guys to know that the Investors Corner Radio Edition is brought to you by fundrealestate.ng. Like you know, Nigeria's foremost real estate cooperative society, and we are gearing up towards the Real Estate Expo 2024. You have been with us for the past 2 years. You will know that the last Friday of the year is always a special Friday. Is a day where we allow several of our partnering real estate companies give a lot of discounts on their properties, mega offers and opportunities, huge discounts and bonuses. All this as we gear up to the Expo. Doctor is here, and we're going to be looking at the Nigerian real estate sector, the challenges, the solutions, and the opportunities. I pray that there's enough time because the challenges alone will take us 1 hour or two. But sir, I'm so glad because you are an embodiment of wisdom. And thankfully you are talking from a place of not just wisdom, from a place of experience. The Nigerian real estate industry. We are going to look at the challenges. I want us to look at the challenges from the point of view of 3 key stakeholders: the government. What are the challenges that they are facing? Why is it not working in Nigeria? The developers, because a lot of subscribers out there just think that developers are magic makers. They buy land and I bought this land. It must. Then the third one also is from the challenges from the point of view of the investors too. So I want us to get into the meat of the matter. Challenges that we face in the Nigerian real estate industry.
Well, thank you very much, and I want to welcome all our listeners and those watching through the social media platform. Real estate is very powerful, and it's one of the most powerful vehicle of wealth creation, and also a powerful vehicle of wealth retention. And one of the challenges that we face in real estate is government. But you're saying that we should look at it from the point of the problem that the government is facing themselves. So I would rather start from the problem that the government is giving. One of the major challenges of real estate investment and real estate business in Nigeria is government policy. So the Land Use Act has a lot of gray areas that needs to be straightened out, and that has become a major challenge for people. So number one will be the government policy. The policy of the government has not been favorable to the effective development of real estate in Nigeria, because the government has not been able to put the proper infrastructures and the enabling environment in place. So I'll give you an example. In most countries of the world that are developed countries, when you are a developer, it's just plug and play. As a matter of fact, when you go into development and you buy a large expanse of land for development, number one, the government gives you a tax rebate. Number two, they give you a lot of incentives just because they know that you are creating value and you're going to be creating jobs for people. And then, apart from that, majority of the infrastructures that you require, the government will do it. They will do the road to where you are. They will do the light. They will do the gas line. They will do the electricity. You just need to prepare and plug in. And they will also make funding available. It's only in this part of the world that you need all the money. In most parts of the world, you don't even need any money. At most, you need 10% of the money. The policy of the government has created a system whereby financial institutions are there to be able to give you the money to complete it. And now, for many years, I used to believe that this was something that was only possible in the Western world and maybe few developed parts of Africa, until 2021, when we went to Rwanda. And the trip to Rwanda, one of the major things we wanted to do was there's a Nigerian in Rwanda that was developing 5,000 housing units. So he had told me that he wanted me to use my network and help him so that we can partner. So I went there with about 52 people. We went to this guy's estate. Massive development going on. And then I began to ask him. So I said, no, that the government, all the road to this place, the government did it. They are bringing light. They are bringing water. I said, in Rwanda? He said, yeah. And then the amazing thing about what they have done in Rwanda, to let you know how the government policy stuff works, is if you are developing up to, I think, 500 housing units, they will actually give you the land free. So the government will give you the land free as long as you are developing over 500 housing units. Number two, the government will fix the price of all the materials you're going to use. So if you're going to build for 2 years, every cement, every iron rod, is fixed for that 2 years. So you know that there's nothing like variation. You can be sure, and then they will now fix the price you will sell. To say you cannot make more than 30% profit. And it's win-win for everybody. Yeah. If you now want to be like 200 or 250 housing unit, they will say, okay, you have to pay 50% for the land. Now, why can't we do that in Nigeria? Now, let me take us back to Jakonde era. Yeah. Many of the estates you know today are all built by Jakonde in those days. Jakonde estate. That's one of the things that was done there. All he needed to do was to say, okay, we are building this number of houses all over the country, all over the states. If you are a cement manufacturer, come. How much is your production cost for your cement? Okay, I will give you 2 naira on top or 5 naira on top. I don't need the cement in bag.
Yeah.
Just bring it in nylon. Just bring it in bulk. Okay, you are selling iron rod. How much is your landing cost? Okay, we'll just stop it with 5,000. And they were able to do a lot of things. It can still be done now. There is so much that can be done with public-private partnership. So let me now go to the other side of what are the challenges of the government is lack of vision and greed. Lack of vision and greed. A lot of our leaders are vision. They don't have vision. Many of them, their greed is so strong that they are contending with short-term need with long-term impact. No matter how much you are in politics, even if you do first and second time, you have 8 years. Yeah. Governor 8 years, then they will now become senator and they begin to go so that they will not live there. But now, so that means that many of them, their vision is no more than 8 years. So anything they want to do that will be more than 8 years, they will not be committed to doing it. Because if you're going to do railway, for instance, in Nigeria, You ask why don't you have good railway? Why don't you have good airline? It's because of those short-term thinking. Because many of these things, you will invest millions of dollars, and it will take you an average of 13 to 15 years to even break even. You may not make profit for 18 years. So question, who wants to invest and wait for 18 years? That's why it's called public fund, because it's not your money.
Yeah.
That's why it's called public service. So from the point of the government, it's lack of vision and greed. For instance, there was a stakeholders meeting that was done a few weeks ago. The former governor, Fashola, was there. The present governor was there. Many of us stakeholders in the industry was there. And Fashola was telling them, he said, I don't know the problem with you people. You are making it difficult for people to build. You are making it difficult for people to be able to have houses. And you are forgetting that if you make them build and everybody has houses, you'll be collecting ground rent forever.
Yeah.
But now you are creating problem. You are thinking of the short term. For you to get approval, you need about 20 agencies. Why are you putting too much? Let them build, because until they finish the building, you won't collect anything.
A lot of builders, a lot of investors, a lot of private people that are builders, they don't even know the agencies.
No, there are so many. Even there are some of them you have to buy sticker.
This one come LSP.
Yeah, this one will now come say no, we are in charge of this one. It's crazy. It's crazy. So that is the problem from the government perspective: lack of vision and greed. And that vision is because they have what we call short-term thinking instead of long-term impact perspective. Because they are behaving as if they are capitalists. Whereas you are a public servant with public fund. It's not your father's money. It's not your mother's money. It's not that we say bring your money to come and help us. It's our money that we say come and manage it for us. So why will you now go there and not think of the future? That's the problem from the point of government. And there are a lot of developers, a lot of individuals that want to work. I was in the UK a few weeks ago, and the guy came to see me, and he said he wanted to see me, and he brought all kinds of stuff. He has approval from Governor Ambode. He showed me all the documents, approval from Ambode for this. He did this. He showed me all the documents. Said this is the design that is supposed to do. As he was showing me the thing, I said, so this thing you are showing me is the new governor aware? He said that he has come. I even came. They told him to go and see this person. I said, this thing you are showing me now that you have agreement with the Lagos State government, they have built it. It was in my house in London a few weeks ago. I said, this thing, they have built it. I said, let's go on Google Earth. So I showed them. I said, because I've been wondering. Anytime my wife and I say, is this guy's dream, this guy's idea, a private sector, the guy say, he's owing now probably over £1 million on this thing. That he has entered deals, that even he showed me all kinds of documents. I say, they are finished building the thing. So you have to go and find out how you can sort yourself out. Because this one, you need to go and, that's an example. So someone that is even bringing money from abroad, that has gotten investors, gotten everything, invested his own money to do a governor signed and said everything is good to go. He didn't do second time. Another governor came, he went again. They said, now it's done. We know what happened with Landmark. Yeah. The president was the governor. The same Tinubu that is president now was the governor in Lagos that signed everything with Landmark, that did everything they did, and look at where the project is today. Because you want to do one road. Oh, we go this way. Now they are going this way. Telecom industry have come again. They are diverted. So is that a visionary person? Will you be visionary and not know that there is pipeline in front where you are going to? There is no vision. It's lack of vision and greed. We have a group of people that have never done anything substantial in their personal life, that found their way in government. And they found their way in government, and they have not been able to sit down to be able to strategically look at the different angle and get people involved. The next thing they say, we got all the stakeholders involved. Who are the stakeholders? Just yesterday now they say, the compensation is no more 8 billion. It's 18 billion for all the people that will be displaced. How do you go from 8 billion to 18 billion and say that you are visionless? How does 8 billion become 18 billion?
10 billion is not a
10 billion is not a small one. You can just decide to say, okay, let's add 10 billion to it. That means you didn't do your work well. That you can just add 10 billion. Okay, let's add 10 billion. 10 billion, not 10 naira. So that means a lot of things. There are many things that are wrong. So the challenges are enormous. But one thing I've always said, I'm an optimist. Crisis creates opportunities. Every time you see problem, money is hiding there. So you need to now think of how do we become a part of the solution providers. Because the challenge in this part of the world, which now takes us to the issue of the investors, is that you see, Nigeria is very powerful. It's one of the best countries in the world. Even though people like me are always very balanced, I want to show you that, look, we can do better, but we're still one of the best countries in the world. Because the kind of return on investment you can make in Nigeria, you can't make it anywhere.
Exactly.
I'm telling you. The kind of return on investment you can't make it anywhere. So by the time you look at the return on investment, you cannot make it to say, well, at least there will be compensation.
What do you
on
think
the
about
other
people
side.
that look at the ROI, the return on investment, but also look at the exchange rate devaluation?
That's because they are looking at it from the point of a wrong measure. So I tell people, as I go around, I've done 2 global tours this year, and many people ask me, oh, do you advise us to invest in Nigeria? And I say, look, this is the best time to invest in Nigeria because of the currency, and you have a higher currency that can give you good, property here. And they tell me, but by the time I want to reverse the money, I say, it depends on what your investment goal is. For instance, if you get a 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom anywhere on the eyebrow area of Lagos, compare that with 3-bedroom or 5-bedroom anywhere in the eyebrow area of the country where you live in. It's still a good deal. So if you are buying a property for 250 million in maybe Lekki, phase 1, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, let's say you spend 250 million. How much is that in dollars? Can you get a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom in downtown Atlanta, in Texas, in Maryland, in New York for $300,000? Because we still have this mindset of it's a third world, as if land is not land, cement is not cement. Really. So most of the time, if you know that you are coming to Nigeria and your purpose is to make money and then change the money back to your currency, then you will lose money. And that's the angle they are looking at. I brought in, because if you brought in $100,000 last year, that's 75 million. If you bought a house for 75 million last year, that's a good building. But now, if you now say you want to sell that property now, the property is probably 120 now. But which house will you buy for 75 and sell for 120 in 1 year, anywhere in the world? But you can sell the property for 120. That means you have made a profit of almost 50 million. Yeah. Where will you get? But if you now want to change the 120 to dollar, it will be lower than what you brought. That's the angle they are looking at. They are not looking at the return. They are looking at it in the function of if I change the money back. So if your thinking is to come and put the money here and change back to dollar, then it can't help you. But if your thinking is to put money here in a good investment that will give you good return, then this is the place.
So what do you say before we go on our first break? A lot of Nigerian investors have trust issues. How can we solve that? Okay, how is that as a challenge? What can you say to that before we go into solutions?
Sometimes when I talk, people think that, this man is just insulting everybody. When I hear people say I don't trust anybody, you're just stupid. It's just a stupid statement. The plane that took you to America is your cousin that was the driver.
The bus that you entered at the bus stop.
Is your father that drove it.
You don't even know whether the vehicle is in good condition.
So we just talk anyhow without thinking critically. You can't say you don't trust anybody. It's a stupid statement. What you need to do is trust but verify. Investigate before you invest. You cannot live in this world without trust. When I came here, I just sat down on this chair. I didn't start checking. When I came in here, I don't know whether they have put bomb everywhere. To say, okay, just enter, bomb all of them. That's life. You cannot live without trust. All you need to do is to do your due diligence and to understand that when you are talking of investment, it's risk and reward. It's R&R. Risk, reward. So every investment has risk. Every investment has reward. Do your due diligence and know the level of risk you are willing to take and the level of reward you are willing to enter into. And that's the way it works. So when it comes to working with organizations in Nigeria, I tell people, do your due diligence. Who is the person behind this deal? What is their track record? What have they done before? What is their pedigree? Are there people that they have worked with before? Are there people that have patronized them? Can you get testimonials and referrals to know what they have done before? And once you do that, then you plug in. When you plug in, having done your due diligence, when something goes wrong, you join them to fight, not to fight against them. Because that's what normally happens.
Yes.
And many people don't realize. I've been in business and I've been in a situation where things happen. And I'm telling people, this is what we are facing, now let's fight. No, it's your business. I say, if you say it's my business, when the thing all of us will lose. Yeah. So most of the time, instead of joining you to fight, they are fighting you because they don't understand that you are in a system where you can do everything right and still be wrong.
I wanted to ask a question before we'll go on a break now, because we want to come from the angle of a developer. Because we are just mentioning, is failure to deliver a project Is it fraud? And is delay also fraud after the short break?
This is a paid announcement. My
Okay, I'm Kevin Odile, and we are here at Expo for survey and close look and evaluation of the sites, and it's quite amazing because this is on a Saturday, just less than 24 hours after the rains. And you can see the whole environment is not muddy, it's not waterlogged. It's good and quite commendable for those that want to invest. Like for me that actually purchased some plots here. I'm amazed by the level of development. The topography of the area is also very impressive, and I'm not having any form of regrets that I've made this investment. Also looking at the master plan, where the development is heading to and how fast the land here is appreciating based on the location and the work that is going into it. I'm very happy that I made the decision. This is one opportunity that I would want to encourage you to pursue. The potential for appreciation is quite high. You would not regret it because I know this is just the beginning, and I'm happy I made the investment. Thank you.
Yeah, we're back. This is the Investment Police with Sam Origi. I'm sure you guys are having fun. The conversation is really enriching.
Yeah.
And Sam, alongside Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, have been schooling us. Over to you, Sam.
Yeah, so we're looking at the challenges of Nigerian real estate, and we're looking now from the point of view of the developers. We have a lot of developers in Nigeria who actually mean well. Like you said, you can be sincere and be sincerely wrong. What do you say about developers who have failed in terms of projects? You offer a project to the market for people to buy a piece of land instrumentally or case, but then one thing happened on the other, or maybe you crowdfund. One thing happened on the other, you are unable to deliver the project.
My name is Olumide Emmanuel. October 2002, I got an approval to build 12 units of apartments. And I got money from an investor that invested 150 million at 30% return per annum to build. Immediately after we got the approval, they say, oh, you have to get what they call permission to move to site. We started pursuing that one. We pursued that one, so we entered 2023. Then once there is a demolition somewhere or one building collapse somewhere, they say, oh, that was last year, you have to start again. Oh, we need to re-verify your CFO. Oh, it's last time of CFO. It's in the basement. We were on and on and on and on. 1 year I reached, I paid 30% return for an investment for a building that was still at foundation stage. We started doing foundation. Oh, we have to come and check. We have to come and as I'm speaking to you right now, this is November 2024. A project that was supposed to be finished in 9 months, where the entire money to finish it was available, 210 million to finish this project. The 210 million was available before we were saying let's start. That I want to, as I'm speaking to you right now, to finish that project is over 500 million.
And there's already off-takers.
What the way it is, this sort of over 500 million to finish that project. As I'm sitting before you right now, we have not finished. And now, the ones we have sold, we sold at 29 million. To finish one unit now is 41 million. So I already made a loss of about 13 million on each of them. Are you going to go back to the person that has paid you that you have not delivered? But guess what? Cement moved from 3,800 to over 10,000 in this window. Iron rod, sharp sand, gravel, everything. So that is inflation. So you can do everything right and still belong because there are many factors that are working against you. Inflation is one of them. All this approval issue. If you know how many agencies, on this matter, 2 people have died though. On this, the main engineer that started the approval, the guy don't die. On top high blood pressure and stroke, the guy don't die. On top this matter, we are now at roofing stage. After over 2 years. So somebody has moved from Spain that paid. We gave him 18-month payment plan. The guy don't pay 18 months, don't finish. He has relocated his family back to Nigeria from Spain. He is now in a short let. I've been paying short let now since August. Till I finish. That is the kind of something. So, but somebody now say, he's a developer, he's a pastor, nobody is immune to Nigeria. That is the reality. So what did we have to do? I said, stop sales. Stop sales, because I have to now go and look for money. I have now had to go and sell another property So, okay, let's sell this one so that we can finish this one. At least we have made money from this. Sell this one, finish this one. So that, because we have paid the guy 30% return for 2 years for a project that we are supposed to use that money for like 5 years to turn over. That's the reality. So every developer is not a fraud. They are not, delay is not fraud. Incompletion is not fraud. It's a function of a lot of I'm on the board of 13 different real estate companies. And I can tell you for free, the debt that some of the real estate people are in, I'm talking like 15 billion, 13 billion, 9 billion.
Yeah.
One of our estate companies, where I'm a chairman, we started a project, 1,000 housing units, to help people during COVID to say, okay, buy into it. We got over subscription. I was okay, you're going to pay over this period of time to finish.
50K money.
Yes, that house was sold at 7.5 million.
Yeah.
The finishing price was 5 million to finish that building. Right now, to finish one is 17 million for a house sold at 7.5. So that company now, last year alone, we paid over 6 billion debt. So people don't understand. So when people talk, so that's why people like me, I speak with confidence, because if you come to me and patronize me, yes, you are bringing money, but I'm doing you a favor. Yeah. Your great-grandfather get land. Your grandfather get house. Your father gets. I help you to get a plot of land free, no problem. You still think I'm not doing you a favor? Keep your money. And let's see who. So as far as I'm concerned, every entrepreneur in Nigeria, for you to be an entrepreneur at all, anywhere in the world, it means that you are performing wonders. To now be an entrepreneur in Nigeria, you are a miracle worker.
And now be doing real estate entrepreneur.
To now be a real estate entrepreneur, what God cannot do.
so I hope you guys are listening.
Does not exist.
One thing we do on our show, Investment Police, that we try to make sure that we have educated investors, not emotional ones.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are just emotional. Blah, blah, blah. You said that you promised this. Blah, blah. We promise based on the promise we get.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
do you know how much? No, let's go to bank. How much was bank loan?
Yeah.
If you had collected loan from bank 2 years ago, how much is loan now? Loan no bank. So if you had collected loan from bank at 23% 2 years ago, you will have gotten letter by now that no more. Bring our money or you pay at 37.
Yeah.
So will you go and fight bank? Do you understand now? Have we not seen increment in fuel? Have you gone to fight?
Yeah.
Have we not seen increment in food? Increment in even I said I just heard this morning that one of the telecom industry has just increased whatever this money or whatever. Have you gone to fight? But because people like all this, they just like to put people down.
Yeah.
People look for somebody's name to put in the mud, and they are not realistic. And that is why we need to understand that whenever you are doing business as a businessman in Nigeria, make sure you carry your people along and you have open and effective communication. Because my own problem with many developers is they don't communicate. And many of them, that like we were talking of the genuine one, there are many of them that are fake. They live a fake life. They collect people's money, relocate their family to abroad, and then they begin to live like carrying convoy. Oh, they're doing picture, first class, business class. Those are the fraudulent ones. But the genuine ones also have problem with carrying people along. Because sometimes the way things work in this part of the world is when you are a person of integrity, you suffer more.
Yeah.
Because one of the laws of integrity is open communication, full disclosure. So when you are now openly discussing and tell people this is the way it is, so you are in trouble. It's the people that lie to them, that scope them. But when you tell them this is the way it is, it's trouble.
So when we're talking about challenges, we cannot go into different kind of challenges. If you know the kind of challenges that developers are facing, then you applaud them for even delivering land to you or houses to you. But we want to look at the bright side. Are there solutions to this? I've heard you. I've been in several of your trainings. I've heard you say that if we use the entire budget of Nigeria to solve the housing issue, we will need like over 10 or 20 years. So, what are going to be the solutions from the government? Because we cannot put all our entire budgets on housing. We have health problem, we have bandits problem, we have security problem. So, what are the solutions for that? What are the solutions for the investors and the developers too?
Collaboration, joint venture. There are millions of dollars. And I mean millions of dollars. I was in America to speak. I was the keynote speaker in Arlington, Texas, in 2 months ago, September. I was the keynote speaker at the Nigerian American Real Estate Collaboration Summit. I was the keynote speaker. The guy that came from South Africa is a billionaire. He has a technology that can build 3-bedroom in 3 days. a duplex in 1 week. I spoke with this guy and I said, guy, this thing, if you bring it to Nigeria, he said, lie. That in fact, the first time he came to Nigeria, it was they had to smuggle him out because they wanted to kill him. I'm still in talk with him, trying to convince him that, no, I can bring you back in. He said, no, that when you look at the dollar, naira, dollar, whatever, there are technologies out there. I have one of my mentees in Ghana that does this kind of prefab houses also. He has built for the Navy, the Ghanaian Naval, Ghanaian, all those military, he's building for them. He's built over 1,000 of it. When we wanted to do grip last year, I said he should come. He said Nigeria. So there are people with technology and money ready to come and change the game. But the government policy, the bureaucracy is an issue. So the solution is joint venture and collaboration. Be ready to go into joint venture. Do you know there was a time, let me just digress into power. There was a time that a guy contacted me and said, can you help us reach the government? Now all this one, they are talking power, that we have a technology that the thing is just like our normal generator, but if they bring it, there is 25-year warranty. It will not shut down for 25 years. There will be 24 hours electricity for 25 years. He said, I said, this is very simple. By the time you see block, or you realize that many of our people, they are not interested in the welfare of the common man. They are not. So, number one is joint venture and collaboration. Let the government open up joint venture. Number two is to help people. This Land Use Act is to help people to have. Do you know a lot of people are sitting on houses, but because they don't have CFO, they can't do anything with the house. Yeah. There are a lot of people that are poor all over this country that are landlord in a village somewhere. But the reason why you are calling the house a village is because it doesn't have documentation. It's not plugged into a bigger system. Yeah. Because you cannot go to, if you come to Nigeria now, you say, oh, I live in Shagamu, Ijebugbo, you'll be calling those places a village. But if you go to America or you go to London, those places you are calling America is somebody's village. Yeah. But it's because technology has reached there. So what the government needs to do is to make sure that apart from joint venture and collaboration, we unlock dead assets. And we unlock dead by collateralizing, giving CFO to everybody. Because if you give everybody CFO, you have been able to prove that they are the owner. What is all this bureaucracy? Do you understand now? When you want to do election, you know everybody. You know how to reach where they are. When you want to collect NEPA bill, you know how to know where they are. But when it's time to say they are the owner of the house, they are not the owner anymore. So you know who is the owner. Let there be CFO. Once there's CFO and technology and everything gets there, you'll be amazed. Look at Lagos Ibadan Express Road. They are doing that road now forever. Now, the Ore Road, Benin Ore Road, maybe for 30 years, they'll be on and off now. But guess what? Lagos Ibadan Express Road now, there's no train. They're supposed to put a train in the middle now. So that from Lagos to Ibadan, you can actually live in Ibadan and work in Lagos. By the time you open up infrastructure, road, light, water, I have estates that have existed for 23 years. And when I went to that place, it was a forest. All the road there, I did it. The lights, I did it. Everything, I did it. Imagine that government came into that place and joined us. Imagine what would have happened to land in those places. So they will now wait for private sector to go. They wait for you to do things. So when they have now said that people are playing, they will now come. I say, oh, this is the way. There is this place as a use. It's just, we need help as a nation. So the solution is joint venture collaboration, unlocking dead assets, and then ensuring that we focus on infrastructure, that we unlock dead assets, and will give us continual flow of cash.
Amazing. If you're just joining us, this is the Investors Corner Radio edition, and opening the edition is the icon Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. We'll go on a commercial break now. When we get back, we're looking into the opportunities, but we have a testimonial also from one of our cooperative members who has patronized us for a while. Hear what she has to say.
It's the mayor of Cash Gate City, Sambo region.
We have Mr. and Mrs. Odulame Samson.
Thank you for investing wisely.
I never done it from there. We made it easier for people like us. We created a corner where you can be saving monthly. So that was what I came to. You can save to invest.
How did you hear about the real estate expo and of course campus?
I've been listening to it.
Okay.
Then I started listening to some region. He said he wants to retire early. Me too. Retire early.
What you did, is it worth it?
Yes, it's worth it. Because back then I just saw a lot. I showed my wife, wow, Okay, that's the enter.
And just for them to smile. Even if you're quarreling like that,
I told her to buy another product because now we have seen the evidence. He said if you do this, this is the outcome. I will saw it and you make money by working. You manage money by budgeting. But if you want to multiply, you have to invest. And one of the ways to invest is here.
So this is one of the investments. And we have other people's certificates who are not here. We too can be jubilating at these people next year.
Sam, you're smiling.
Yeah, because 1 hour will not be enough.
Yeah,
definitely. But I have good news for you. Myself and Dr. Olumide will be in Marriott for 2 days, fully residential, February 13th to 15th, 2025, the iNetwork Summit 2025. If you are hearing this for just 1 hour, how much more are you going to learn for 2 days? We are going to be logged in there for 2 days, fully residential, iNetwork Summit. And you want to be a part of that, further details we'll share to you later on. I have, before we go into the opportunity segment with Doctor, we have on the line one of our diaspora clients, Mrs. Fumilola Ajani, who wants to say one or two things about our organization and also the Real Estate Expo that she partook of in 2022 and also the Fund Real Estate Cooperative. Mrs. Ajani, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Nigeria. Good afternoon, Lagos.
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell us where you're calling from?
Fumilola Ajani. I'm calling from Dublin. I have been opportune to participate in Samorija's Expo of the year 2022. In fact, it's, the project is last like 24 hours, and I was able to participate in 3 different projects on that day, which is, I think, is the 21st or 31st of December. Unfortunately for me, all the projects I was involved, that I invested in, as soon as it's time for you to get your return on investment, without any hassle, Samorija will call you and he will just credit your account with your interest and the capital, which is very, very good of him. And secondly, in fact, on that, the first project I did, I even co-invested in a short-let apartment, which earns me inflow, regular source of income, which is very, very good. At least I'm pleased with the development. And when he started his fundrealestate.ng, I think I was one of the first participants. I mean, you dictate the terms on your own agreed terms. If it's okay with the developer, fine. If not, they will ask you to renegotiate. And I have participated in like maybe 4 different investments with the cooperative. And so far, so good. I think he's doing a very good job. His project, he has integrity, he has a good name to protect. And Dr. Olumide being his mentor and Clement Oladipupo, I think he's following in their footsteps and he's really, really doing a good job. So whoever is interested in real estate, I would recommend his investment in real estate. And just let's change the narrative. Not all real estate in Nigeria are dubious. We have reputable ones if you can do your due diligence. So well done, Samorija. Keep the good work going.
Thank you so much. We just had to have that break. That will be hot. Thank you so much, ma. We just had to have that break. That is Mrs. Fumilola Ajani, all the way from Dublin in the United Kingdom. I've only met her once. We have people who have patronized us from China, Brazil. We have never met them before, but they sit down from the comfort of their home because they can go to fundrealestate.ng, create their own cooperative account, and start doing their own real estate investments from the comfort of their bed, and nobody loses sleep. So big thank you to everybody that has been a part of the journey. More are still to come as we go into the next stage of this show. We are looking at the opportunities. So we have talked about the challenges. there are plenty, just a few challenges. And if we are going to solve it, it will take us over 50 years to try to solve these challenges. We're talking about the solutions, but what are the opportunities that exist right now, even in the midst of these challenges? I was in Pretoria a few months ago, and it was this particular topic. But the topic was Nigerian real estate, the opportunities in the challenges. So we have a challenge, the environment. What are the opportunities that are inside there? So, Doctor, As a young Nigerian investor, as an old Nigerian investor, what do you think are the opportunities?
Land banking is forever an opportunity. Our population is a massive opportunity for us. That's why, as Nigerians are traveling and leaving the country, foreigners are coming because they know the power in the population. Right now, Lagos will be 50 million people very soon, and Nigeria is going to be 350 million people. So the population explosion is massive. Many people don't realize that 75% of Nigerians are below the age of 35.
Yeah.
And many of them are single and unmarried. And many of them that are married has only one child or two. They'll still have one more or two more. So within this is 2024. By 2030, in the next 6 years, Lagos will be over 30 million people. Because this 70% of Nigerians are unmarried. They're going to get married. They're going to give birth to children. So like we always say, a city today was a village yesterday. A village today will be a city tomorrow. So you don't wait to buy land. You buy land now. So the opportunity in land banking is massive. So anywhere you see land where you can buy cheap now, if you buy now, you are buying cheap because the future is cheap if you buy today. So that's one massive opportunity that is there. So no matter who you are, 500,000, 1 million, 2 million, there are lands everywhere. There's no village. Just position yourself. Number two is collaboration. You see, this joint venture is very massive. If you cannot buy a house of 50 million, 5 of you can come together.
Yeah.
With 30 million and own the
That's
house.
what that woman did. She's collecting short-term income every month.
Yeah.
Over 100,000 naira. She did a 7 million naira co-ownership short-let in Ogba, Lagos.
Yeah.
There are 4 of them. Every month they have been sharing money since 2022 December.
Yeah. So there is massive opportunity in collaboration. So when people are saying, I don't have anybody to trust, something is wrong with you.
Yeah.
That you spend 20 years of your life, 25 years of your life, a quarter of a century, really a year, let anybody to trust. Something is wrong with you. And then you got married, you say you have best man, chief bridesmaid, and can somebody trust you? So when people say, what's wrong with these people? You don't have anybody you can trust. So in your family, no, you can't have 10 people. Then something's wrong with your life. You don't have 10 people, and you are 20 years old. 10 people you can trust. When people talk, I say, the white man, do you think they are trustworthy? The most fraudulent people are the white people. How do you think a British, a small empire, a small island will come and colonize all of you, all the way to India, all the way to Australia, all nobody in now, a whole Benin kingdom that has existed before they were born. Africa that have existed before them, they now come, they say they discovered you, want to discover, somebody came to discover was already existing. It's because they are the highest level of fraud. But one thing about the Western world is that the justice works. So when you sign contract, look at Trump that has become president now. They were ready to jail him. They will sacrifice anybody to keep the justice system. So once you are able to tie things down in a justice system, and we work on our justice system, it will help a lot of people. So number one is land banking. Number two is joint venture. It's making sure that you look for like-minded people, put money together to buy land, buy houses, do development. It's a massive opportunity. Another one is reurbanization. If you go around Nigeria, if let's even stay in Lagos, you will see a lot of mud houses, face me, I face you, tenement building, all kinds of building in locations that have become developed.
Yeah.
Those properties, the people living there needs to be connected. So we can come here, we can help you, we can pull down this house and rebuild it to 7-story or 6-story or 14 flats. You take 6, we take 8, and it can be done. Then another thing that we need to understand is that there are a lot of uncompleted building all over Lagos and all over Nigeria. So there is massive opportunity in developer finance, where all these uncompleted building, there are a lot of people, they can't pay school fees of their children, they cannot eat, but they have an uncompleted building that is in Lintel, that their father was building before he died. They don't have money to finish it. The land is there. They are squatting somewhere. Somebody can come and finish it. So those kind of opportunities are massive. Reurbanization, completed of uncompleted building, finishing all those things, they are massive. And one other thing that people need to look into is to go into commercial real estate. There's massive opportunity in commercial. As big as Nigeria is, how many amusement parks do we have? Do we have any theme park?
Arenas do we have?
How many arenas? Even event center is not enough. But you look at Lagos about the Express Road. We have camp from left to right. Everybody is camp. I see we are born for religion. No, we need an amusement park. We need a change in that direction. Whereby you are talking of a theme park, you're talking of a resort, you're talking of something that people can go and spend the whole week. You're talking of high-rise, you're talking of another dimension of real estate, because the country is moving towards Badagry and moving towards Ibadan. And that's the things we need to begin to look at. So much to do, but most important is let's collaborate and work together, because it is better to own 10% of a billion than to 100% of 1,000.
Yeah, and that's a major thing that you need to know, because a lot of us, that's one of the reasons why we started the Fund Real Estate Cooperative Society. You know, you can start funding from as low as 200,000. You bring your money together. Let us develop this. Had it been before you came in, sir, we had a business corner series in the earlier show. And one of the things I said is that one of the reasons why we are doing that business corner series is because we want our cooperative members who are business people, who are trade people, to be doing well. We are not meant to be using 4 months to raise money to fund the project. If everybody is doing well, 1 month, 1 week, we have raised money. We'll be doing several projects, as the case may be. Another opportunity is crowdfunding. That's what I'm trying to say. Crowdfunding with the right platform. You don't go and crowdfund with the wrong platform. We are going to be taking calls now. SMS, WhatsApp. Edu will be rolling out the numbers if you want to join us on this. You have questions or you have contributions into the show. Edu will be doing that in a minute.
All right, to be a part of the show, the number to call is 0913 697 3485. Once again, the number to call is 0913 697 3485. You can send in messages, SMS, WhatsApp to 0810 713 7559. SMS, WhatsApp. The number is 0810 713 7559.
Yeah, so we are live on YouTube. Everybody on YouTube, big thank you to everybody for joining us. And we have a call.
Yeah, we do.
Hello, good afternoon.
Please do call back 0913 697 3485.
Yeah, so big shout out to everybody on YouTube. You can put a thumbs up if you are getting value from all you have been saying so far. The Real Estate Expo 2024 is here, and we are giving out 10 million naira to 200 first registrants. This is how it's going to work. Like Doctor was mentioning, there are several opportunities in real estate, and one of the opportunities is the Real Estate Expo. You know, like we normally say, if you are buying pieces of properties, make sure that anytime you are buying, you are making profits on purchase. And Doctor, at the Expo, a lot of companies are going to be there, including Common Sense Group. What are we looking out for from CSG in this particular Real Estate Expo?
Well, as a matter of fact, we're actually going on our most ambitious project ever. For a very long time, I've not done anything like land and all those stuff, because I've just been busy focusing on leading leaders and training people and just collaborating with people. We've just acquired 5,000 acres of land. That's a whole city.
Yeah.
And we are developing the Conclave City. So over 20 developers have come together to develop a city.
That's a collaboration I'm talking about.
Yes, over 20 developers to develop a city. And for our own company, we have acquired 1,000 of that, where we are developing what we call the Madiba Countryside City. Reside, retreat, resort. And it's going to be a 10-year project. But for the first 5 years, we're going to focus on ensuring that the entire city layouts and landscape is sorted out. And we're going to be launching that in January. So it's by the time we meet in February, that's going to be our main stuff for the new year. We're just doing pre-launch now for those that are within our network. So that's a major project. And then what we are now going to do is, for all our existing estates, we're now going into development. But because of what we have learned, what we have done is we are not going to be selling off plan anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to complete the project to 70% completion before we begin to sell. And we have gotten all the approvals for all those. So we have approval now for about 700 houses in 4 of our estates. And we are building already. So we're just using our funds and using investors' funds to do the building. Some of them are already at roofing level, some are foundation level. So we want to use this year and next year to do that. So second thing we'll be doing, we'll be pushing those projects in the new year also. Because by then, many of them will have gotten to roofing level and 70% level where we can now start selling. So, and of course, we'll continue our educational program, because we believe that if you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
So our focus is always about educating people, because we focus more on educational marketing. When people know better, they'll be able to make informed decisions, and they will see the benefit of what you're offering them.
So I can assure you that the Conclave City will be on display at the Real Estate Expo 2024. This amongst several other things. There will be lands, houses, and apartments in different cities in Nigeria on display at the Real Estate Expo. So to register for this event, there are 2 kinds of subscribers. Now, everybody should listen to me very carefully. And you can also go and rewatch this video on YouTube. Our radio listeners can watch this on YouTube at your convenience. all you just have to do is to register either as a premium subscriber at the Expo or Premium Plus. Premium is free. Just send your name, your full name, and premium to this to the WhatsApp number that I will call out. But for Premium Plus, it's a paid one. You pay 50,000 naira to register. However, the benefit is that you'll be getting extra 50,000 naira Expo voucher. And what it means is that you already have 100,000 naira in your Expo account for you to be able to shop on that day. So we are giving out 10 million naira that way to 200 first subscribers. The first 200 people who are going to be Expo Premium Plus subscribers are those that will get that particular offer. So all you have to do right now to be a part of this is send your full name and premium if you are going for the free one, so that we can send you the shopping link ahead of December 27th, which is the last Friday. Or if you are going for Premium Plus, send your full name and Premium Plus on WhatsApp. WhatsApp message, please, to 080 5268 2323. If you are in diaspora, you just add plus 234 80 5268 2323. Once you do that, once you register as a Premium Plus subscriber, you'll be given extra 50,000 naira voucher that you can use to shop at the Expo. 10 million naira is going away this month through that particular means. The first 200 people is first come, first serve. There's no reservation. Just make sure that you can just go ahead, get the account details and make your payments and get your voucher, 100,000 naira voucher waiting for you that you can shop. What that does for you is that if you are buying a property of $1 million, you just have to just pay 900,000 naira at the Expo, and you make sure that you get. Tonight on Zoom, we'll be taking questions and answers. I know you have a lot of questions for myself. You have questions for Doctor. Or everybody that has questions, join me on Zoom tonight by 8 p.m. Nigerian time. All you have to do is send your name to be a part of that and Zoom to this WhatsApp number plus 234 80 22 43 0140. That is 080 22 43 0140. We'll take all your questions. We are very, very much pressed for time now. We'll take all your questions during that particular session by 8 p.m. Remember, if you are interested in Real Estate Expo 2024 happening at the last Friday of the year, send your name. For Premium Plus subscribers, you are getting extra 50,000 naira if you register for 50,000 naira between now and the end of November. That offer is for the first 200 people. Like I say, I'm speaking now. Our numbers are already busting, so you have to be part of the first 200 to get the extra 50,000 naira voucher.
All right, there's a message here. Good afternoon, Edwin. Thanks for the knowledge, Mr. Sam. God bless you. This is Owolabi Oluwamuyiwa from Iyanosele.
Thank you, Owolabi, for joining into the show. Before we go, Doctor, one final piece of advice for Nigerian real estate practitioners like the government, piece of advice for the developers, piece of advice for the investors.
Let's stop fighting each other. Let's work together. Most of the time, we all have the same dream, the same desires, but different ways of getting to the last bus stop. So if we all come together and work together, we realize that we're actually not enemies, we are friends. The government is not supposed to be our enemy. We are not supposed to be the enemy of the government. We're supposed to work together to ensure that we achieve the goal. And that's what I would just say. So if you're a government official, you are in leadership, you are in any of the government parastatal, don't see it as we against them. Because there's always this mindset of, oh, you people are making money, land is our oil, you people are making money, and then so let's come together. And then for the government, make sure that you streamline everything you are doing and automate many of the things you are doing. As long as we are still having human beings in the civil service is one of the most dangerous parts of this country. They are worse than politicians. People don't know. The civil servants, they are worse than, because politicians come and go. Who teaches them the trade? If you're a new governor, if you have never been a governor, you become a governor today, how will you know the way they do it? You won't know. Somebody is the civil service, they are the ones that are there. Politicians come, politicians go, civil service remain. They are the pipeline that create a lot of all this bureaucracy and all that. So we need to automate a lot of things from the government angle where there is no interface. So you don't even know whether this person is black, white, yellow, or green. Everybody is coming, their documents are put there, and everything goes through. So, and then for all the developers, I would say to you, you see, be honest. There's so much money to be made that being fake is foolish. So much money to be made. And there are so many people that have so much money, they're only looking for who to trust. Today now, people call us, people want to do, it's me that is rejecting, oh, I don't have time. Why? Because of what we have built in name over the years. So be honest, be true to people. If things are wrong, tell them this is the reality, let them see the proof, and then you work together with them. And That's the way it will work. And then for every investor, you need to understand that for every investment you do, is risk and return.
Yeah.
Don't be willing to take all the return, and when there is risk, you want to bury your head and fight the people. Work together. So if you know you cannot trust me, don't bring your money to me.
Yeah.
But if you trust me and you bring your money, then let's know that we're partnering together. Because in real estate, our partnership is for life.
Yes. Yeah.
Our partnership is for life so that we can work together and help each other. And then for those that are listening out there that are supposed to be joining any of the possibilities that we have, don't procrastinate. No one will plan your life for you without your direct involvement. And 1,000 good intentions are not powerful as one action. So get to work, do the needful, and I'll see you at the top.
All right, so that's Dr. Olumide Emmanuel with the final parting word. If you want to be a part of the Real Estate Expo 2024 as a premium or premium plus subscriber, imagine a land worth 1 million going for 400,000. Imagine a house worth 25 million going for 60 million. You know, you want to buy a piece of land, an apartment. We'll be having Fund Real Estate, Common Sense Group, Xylos, LifePage, Petsiness, almost all the biggest brands in real estate giving us discounted offers, but you have to register on the platform. As a premium subscriber, it's free. The only difference is that you will not enjoy the benefit that Premium Plus enjoys. One of the benefits for Premium Plus is that they will get extra 50K voucher and they will get better deals at the event. So where the Premium is getting 50% discount, the Plus can be getting 60% discount off. So, I mean, with just 50,000 naira, you can be a part of that decision making. Take your phone now on WhatsApp, send a message to this WhatsApp number, 080, your name, and Premium Plus, if you want to be a part of this, to 080-5268-2323. 080-5268-2323. With 50,000 naira, you register for the expo and you wait for the last Friday of the year. Our next guest is on Friday. Dotun Oloyede, CEO, Rollard Properties. They will also be at the expo. Next week, we have Tade Cash. Upper week, we have Olarunsheyi Sunday. Then we have Wisdom Ezekiel. Then we have Oladipupo Clement. Then we have Tokwe Makodige. Then we now have the Real Estate Expo 2020. It's a lineup that you don't want to miss. We'll be back again next week, Friday. This Friday, in 2 days' time. With Dotun Oloyede. Edwin will also be here producing the show. It's going to be an interesting show again. Big thank you to Dr. Olumide for being a part of our show today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, sir, meeting you, seeing you on TV, seeing you on podcast, seeing you on different platforms. And I must say that, you are huge.
It is well.
Yes. So we also have a founding church member of yours. When he heard you were coming, he waited in the studio. I think he's outside. He wants to say hello to you too. So Doctor's name spread far and wide. Yeah. And we are grateful to have him on the show. Guys, follow us on social media, fundrealestate.ng, Facebook and Instagram. My personal handle is Sam Orija on all platforms. This YouTube handle also Sam Orija. You can watch this video on YouTube. Now, finally, the iNetwork Summit 2025. Friday, Thursday 13th to Saturday 15th of February 2024. And registration is already closed for fund partners, but tickets will be open from December 1. We already have the all sold out. We'll just sell it, maybe 5 more tickets to get 5 more people. So if you want to be a part of that, join me on Zoom tonight. By 8 p.m., send your name and Zoom to 080-2243-0140. I'll be back again on Friday. Ed will be back again. Dr. Olumide, you can catch him on social media. Olumide Emmanuel. And if you want to see more of him, join us at the iNetwork Summit next year. 2 days with him will change your life and your trajectory. Thank you so much. Thank you, Doctor. God bless you, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Everybody, go and win.
Go and win. You have heard that. Thank you, Edwin.
All right, thank you.